Well, hello everyone. This is Peter Brown with a look at your weather for the next 7 days. And if you can believe it, look at this. Up to February 17th, we actually have fewer than 2 weeks left of meteorological winter. So that's definitely a positive sign ahead. And I'm sure you're probably looking for a much warmer weather forecast after the past week that we've had. We actually had more snow the past week than we had the entire rest of our winter going back to the beginning of December. So that was quite the thing and quite the surprise. As we start off, though, look at here. Starting off on Friday, we're going to see temperatures pretty chilly again. So something that's been pretty much the mainstay for the past 7 to 10 days. Temperatures are only going to be around 30 to start off our Friday. So pretty chilly, little breezy out there. So going to be a little bit of bite to the air when you're going out there on Friday. But the only thing you can notice here, look at this. The days are definitely getting much longer. So it's really great. You're probably getting up and you're going into work and the sun is coming up and you're actually getting home for the most part before the sun goes down. So that's really a nice sign that spring is definitely on the way. As we move ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit about what's going to be going on with our weather for the next 7 days. And this is something I'm sure very refreshing to any of you who maybe not be so inclined to like the snow as some people may. Now, this is going to be a very quiet pattern actually coming up for us here in the Burlington area for the next 7 days. We're really going to be seeing just partly cloudy skies for most of the next week here. The only chance for rain is we may have a weak system moving towards the north of southern New England, maybe as we get in towards the tail end of our 7-day period. So looking into next Tuesday through next Thursday, we may see the chance of some spotty showers here and there in the Burlington area. But other than that, just those 2 days, other than that, we're going to mostly have just a mix of sun and clouds around, and actually some very nice temperatures compared to what we've seen the past 7 days. And as you can see, no big snowstorms coming up from the south, so that's not going to be something we're going to have to worry about here in southern New England. As we go ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit about that past snowstorm that we saw this past Sunday going into Monday. And as you can see up here in the Burlington area, we got a fairly good amount. It was actually one of our larger snow systems that we've had in the past 2 years. That's for sure. As you remember, last winter we saw almost no snow, and really no snowstorms at all. But look at this right here in the Burlington area, really from around Bedford up to Wilmington. We got into a little bit of a dry slot with this last snowstorm that we had, and we actually only averaged about 6 to 8 inches in our area. So thankfully, we didn't get the 12 to 18 inches that many people were forecasting for us, and also that was also what the National Weather Service was originally forecasting for us. So we actually managed to get by pretty well unscathed with these past few snowstorms. So it wasn't really too bad. I know something we want to get past, but we managed all right. As we go ahead to the 7-day forecast, I think for anybody who's looking forward to warmer weather and spring ahead, this is going to be very nice and just for you. Again, starting off on Friday, this is going to be our chilliest day of the 7-day period. Temperatures again around 30, and actually a pretty chilly morning going into Saturday. So a little bit cold if you have to get out there Saturday morning to do any errands. But look at this. By the time we get to Sunday, temperatures are going to be approaching the 50s. So we're really going to have the feel of an early spring coming in, that's for sure. As we see here, we're going to cool down maybe a few degrees on Monday, and we introduce a chance of maybe a little bit of spotty rain shower activity getting into Tuesday. But look at this. As we get into Wednesday and Thursday, we do introduce the chance of maybe a little bit of light rain getting into the tail end of Thursday. But look at this. Temperature's going to be climbing back up near 50 again. So it looks like we have some fairly nice weather ahead. So everyone, get out there and enjoy this great early spring weather that's going to be coming up for us here in the Burlington area. And have a great week.